Okay, now this is fun for the whole family. 5K, raising powers. You can have a power of a power. So one of these funky things that I love, that a to the power of 0 equals 1. Anything except for 0, anything, can be in that place of a. You can have 14 to the power of 0, it will equal 1. You can have 4xk27 to the power of 0, it will equal 1. You can have giraffe to the power of 0, it equals 1. You can have banana to the power of 0, it equals 1. You can have 47 bananas to the power of 0, it will equal 1. And the explanation I like, if you care about the explanation, sort of think, if I take 10 to the 0, why on earth does that equal 1? Well, if I went 10 over 10, did we agree that that would equal 1? Because it does. And then if I went 10 to the power of 1, and we learned in our last video that if I'm going to divide something like that, 10 to the power of 1 divided by 10 to the power of 1, that's going to equal 10 to the power of 1 minus 1. And what's 1 minus 1, kids? 0. There's your proof, at least with something simple. It works with everything except for 0. To the power of 0, everything else equals 1. So this is easy. So if we know that rule, then 10 to the power of 0 is simply 1. You don't have to prove anything. You can just believe it because you know it. 5, is it a base that's other than 0? It is. So that must be 1. Guess what, kids? 1 plus 1 is 2. Hashtag nailing this. 4x to the power of 0. Let me see if I can work that out. 1 times, multiplying now, 8xy to the power of 0. What's that? 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Are you with me so far? All right. And now, moving on with this is still fun. Now, I don't have any brackets, but does it make any difference? It does. Because now, without the brackets, it's not 4x to the power of 0. It's 4 times x to the power of 0. Ah, tricky, right? So another way of saying this is 4 times x to the power of 0 times 8 times x times y to the power of 0. So what is actually going on here? Well, then we've got 4 times x to the power of 0, which equals our friend 1, times 8 times x times y to the power of 0 is 1. 4 times 1 is 4 times 8x. I should make that x look xier. And which is the same as saying 8 for 32 x arena. Okay, so that's to the power of 0. That's fun for the whole family. Now, a power of a power, so a power taken to a power, can be simplified by multiplying the indices. So a to the m, that whole thing to the power of n, is going to be multiplying the two, not adding them together. So if you have x squared to the power of 5, you've actually got x squared multiplied by itself 5 times. And so that means x in the old way is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 equals x to the 10. Well, isn't it a lot easier to just go up here and realize that that rule is multiply these two indices together with the same base and you get the same answer. So expressions involving powers can be expanded. So if we have 3x in brackets to the power of 4, just like we've expanded previously in algebra, we can put each of those to the power of 4. And the same, so it would be 3 to the power of 4 times x to the power of 4. And 2y, each of those is to the power of 10. So let's work it out. So 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 5, again, it's like saying 2 cubed times 2 cubed times 2 cubed 5 times. So I can add up 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That would give me 2 to the 15. But the easier way to think about it is we actually multiply 2, 3 times 5, because it's to the power of, it's not multiplying originally, it's putting that expression to the power of, that term to the power of, and 3 times 5 is 15, same answer. So for this one, we want to spread it out, factorize it. It's the same as saying 5 squared multiplied by x to the power of 3 squared. So we'll leave 5 squared as 5 squared, and then we'll multiply that by x to the power of 3 times 2, and our final answer is 5 squared times x to the power of 3 times 2 is 6. C gets a little bit more complicated, but it's just the same idea again. So we'll spread out. This is the same as saying u to the power of 2 times 4 times, we'll factorize this one, 7 to the power of 2 times u cubed to the power of 2, which let's skip that step and write u and multiply these indices together. So our answer will be u to the power of 8 times 7 squared times u is 6. Now if we reorganize this, we can see that we've got a couple of common bases, and if we multiply those two together, 7 squared, then put it in the opposite order, of course, the number comes first, and then u, when we're multiplying them, we'll add 8 and 6, and we get 7 squared u to the power of 14. Have a good time.